I'm going to go over my scalping bot. So this is my version 2 scalping bot. It's got a few updates lately, and I'm just going to run down what the best settings are. You can get this bot on WAP. So if you find my WAP, if we go here, then you can see, let's see, we have our dashboard, our products. Okay, so the scalping bot is here. We got, as you can see, 4 people bought it so far. There's a discount code. It has one more use left, which is 70_OFF, and you can get 70% off on it. So you can buy it for just 60 bucks. But if you find this product, this is the scalping bot, and I'm just going to go over it real quick and show you how it works. So the scalping bot, the best settings that I've found is from the 15-minute chart. So all year on the 15-minute chart, this is what the P&L graph looks like with 2 minis as an entry. So if you're on micros and you do 2 micros per entry, that's $9,000 on the year on just say like one prop account. And if it's minis, that's $90,000 on P&L. So this is the 15-minute for the whole year. I did some updates and I back tested how it looks like for the December contract. So in the original version, it got up to 42,000 and then kind of made a lower high by the end of the December contract on December 12th. And then on the updated version, it did make a higher high and it ended up being like 47,000. So this is the updated version, and I'll show you the settings for that. So if you want to just screenshot the settings for that, for those of you who have the bot, these are the exact settings on NQ. And I'll just kind of scroll here a little bit. You can pause and slow down. These are the settings. It's 1 contract entry, 100 points as the daily profit target. It avoids certain types of EMA slopes, and you have a 2R stop loss, and it's EMA driven, and you have up to 3 entries per direction. So that's the settings there. And we already see the updated version. Okay, so that is the December contract. Now, and you already saw the year, what we have it at for the year. And let's show you how it went for the March contract. So on the March contract, as of today, I just retested this. So we have only $800 in profit. This is actually one contract, and instead of a 50-point target, which that's what the year was looking at, it has a 100-point price target for the day. So that's when it'll stop trading. So it had 3 red days and 5 green days, and it ended up just for these, it looks like about 2 trading weeks. We're sitting at $858, which isn't the best, but if you go look at what it did on the December contract, you can see, it ends up making higher highs, and it got $47,000 on the December contract. So I don't think that's bad at all. So yeah, red days happen, but overall it should get you back to the green. And if you do get the Scalp bot, I'll be there to support you on setup and everything. And a lot of people ask what prop firms it works on. So it works on Apex, Tradeify, Fund and Next, anything that supports a Tradeivate connection. Also Rhythmic connections work too. It doesn't work with Project X, but if you have a trade copier that supports Project X copying trades from, say, a Tradeivate account, so maybe you have Apex as your leader account, and if it wants to copy trade over to Project X thing like Top Step X, or something else that supports Project X connection, then that would work. So in this back test, we have our trade executions, and that's kind of how I figured out what's the best trades for entry. So we have this slope filter, which will filter out certain angles of the EMA slope, and I only got to that conclusion after doing a lot of back tests and figuring out, okay, well, what win rate is the worst and which win rate is the best, and then we got down to those slope filters. So now I'm just going to kind of walk you through the March contract back test and show you exactly what this bot looks like. So here's the bot. So basically, this bot is activated. We have a few features here. I'll just run down through these. So if you want to set it and forget it, which on certain prop firms they don't allow you to do that, but some do. Like Tradeify allows you to set it and forget it and do automated trading. I believe there's a few others that allow it too, like TopStep X. They allow that. Apex doesn't allow you to set it and forget it. They don't scrutinize on your evals, but on your PA accounts, they want you to be in control. You can automate trades, but you have to be in control and at your computer. So you wouldn't want to run this overnight. So on this back test, it is running overnight, but you don't have to do that. You can say get to your computer and then activate it. But here's the features that it does. So EMA drive, it'll drive based on the EMA location on the 10 and the 75 EMA. It will also detect the best slope for entries and exits, or entries and not getting entered. Say it'll skip certain trades if the slope is not very favorable for, say, a long or a short. You can make the bot not trade by either clicking neutral, or if you click the minus sign next to the contracts. If you say 0 contracts, then it's not going to enter new trades. So you can kind of pause your trading. Say you're trying to scalp on the 2-minute chart and you want it to enter, or you don't want it to enter, you can make the contracts go to 0, or if you really like a setup, you can increase the contracts for your next trade. The amount of entries that it will go in a certain direction. The default is 10, but I don't really like it to 10. So what you want to do is edit your strategy in here when you click strategies, and you would want to set it to 3 or 4, or maybe 1 or 2, whatever you want. Stop loss size, you can adjust that on the fly if you want the stop loss to be bigger or smaller. If you want to turn off the stop loss, you can bring it to 0. This BE button, this will try to get you out at break even. If you click that and you want to get out of a trade, it's going to try to get you out at break even. The disappoint button is a activation. So if you activate it, it will detect if it thinks it should get out at break even. So basically, if it gets into a trade and then it has some disappointing candles right after that, it will try to get you out if you're long or you're short. And then when it does get you out of your long or your short, it will default the bias to neutral, so it won't get you in the next trade. That can be good. Now, say you want it automated, but you're only interested in bullish trades, you would click this bull lock. That will prevent short trades. Even if it thinks the bias is short, it will just kind of stay neutral at that time until it detects that the bias has come back to bullish, and then it will get you in a trade. If you're overall bearish on a day and you want to do the same thing, if you want to prevent long trades, even though it's detecting a long bias, it would just be on neutral if it detects a bearish bias, and it would only get you in shorts once it detects that there's a short bias. Now, if you want to force the bias and you don't want it to detect based on the EMA location, you would turn EMA drive off and you would just select your bias like this. If you feel like it's a range day, that's where this comes into play. So the range, so if I rewind this a little bit, we could kind of see what that looks like. Let's see, it might take a minute to run, so it's just processing here. So if we say show range and turn this off, and we go to neutral and we press play, it's going to hopefully show you the range. Now it is, I have to rewind it even more. 1 second. Okay, so it's just loading up here. I'd rewind in time. This is the market replay feature in NinjaTrader. So if I say neutral, but I want to show the ranges and I press play, then we should start seeing the ranges. Yeah. All right, so what it does is it shows you if you're in the top 30% of the 1,000 bar range, or the top 30% of the 100 bar range, or the bottom 30% of the 100 bar range. So basically, if you feel like this is a trading range day and you want to short the top of day and you want to long the bottom of the day, then you could turn on that bias. You could click where it says 100, and then it will have a short bias up here and a long bias down there. And if you wanted to do a wider range, it would have a long bias down here and a short bias once it gets up here. So that only works basically if that is your bias on the day, that it's going to be a trading range, and then you might want that. Maybe you want to long only on dips. And in that case, if you are interested in longing on dips, what you could do is you could say 100 and then bull lock. And then if we dip down, then it would become bullish for a bounce back up. So you could do something like that. Also, there's a few features down here for break 10 and break 18 and measured move. So these are for early on in the day. So if I click play here, you're going to see where it says bar 1. Okay. So basically this is off based on the 5-minute chart, really. Bar 1 is the 9:30 a.m. candle. Bar 10 is the 10th bar after 9:30, and then we go up till bar 18, and then basically it's kind of like an opening range. So there's bar 18. We broke to the upside. So what this is it would go long. So I could kind of show you that. It could go long if we broke the first 18 bars, so the range of the first 18 bars. So basically it would start being long here, and then it would stay long the rest of the day. That'll only work on trend days, so you got to kind of feel out what the day is for you. There's also measured move. This is looking for reversals. So if it gets all the way up here at 25,900, it will go short after the measured move is hit. And that is pretty effective. That's more effective on ES, I've found, to do some type of mean reversion after the measured move is hit. And it's detecting the measured move based on this opening range and then applying a +1 for the measured move up and then -1 for the measured move down. So that's really the features here. Now, if you wanted the automated drive, what it's going to look like is this. It would just be EMA drive on, and then it's going to detect if you're bullish or bearish. And if I click play here, it is going to do a long scalp. And yeah, so it's kind of late in the day there, but that's where it would go. Yeah, so, and that's kind of like the top of day, and the day was closing because this was a half-day holiday in this example. You have a few things that are labeled here, II, IOI. So this is detecting an inside, outside, inside bar pattern. This is detecting an inside bar pattern. So these are typical areas where you might find reversals. If you see this kind of slowdown of price action, you might see a reversal in trend. And you kind of see that here on the IOI, and the II is just inside bar. And you do see kind of a pullback after that. But this one, we didn't. But it is good to keep it in mind. So it's just kind of a label to help you there. We do label out previous day high and previous week high. So here's previous week high down here, previous day low down here, and previous day high up here. So it looks like we broke the previous day high, broke our 18 bar range, and just stayed in a bullish bias today. So, and then up here, what it shows you here is the EMA slopes, your bias, how many positions you're in, what's the default take profit target is 42 ticks at the moment. And if it'll have a check mark here if it likes the slope, EMA slope for longs or shorts. It'll have an X here if it's not a preferred EMA for longs or shorts. It's going to tell you what your bias is, or your EMA drive bias on or off. So if I turn it off, it's user driven bias. And if I turn it on, it's EMA driven bias. It'll show you your win rate, your P&L, and your daily target, and how big the opening range is. So that is just a summary of like what this looks like and why, and what we offer there. So now I'm going to kind of show you what it looked like on the March contract back test, so you can see kind of how it takes the trades. All right, so we just activated it on December 15th. It's EMA driven. It's aiming for 100 points per day. And right now it shows the P&L at the top left. Right now negative 1600.
Order submitted. Stop
I
filled.
think
Order
on this
submitted.
day
Order submitted. Target
it
filled.
made up
Order
quite a
submitted.
lot.
Order filled. Order
So,
target filled. Order submitted. Target filled.
As you know, the first 2 days were the biggest losers, and then it started recovering. All right, now it so basically it did day 1 and day 2. Day 2 is over because it hit profit targets already. So it looks like in the Asia session, it preferred shorts and it got a 100-point target. So basically, it got almost to break even now. But let's see how it goes. Now we just got to wait for day 3 to get started.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Target filled. Stop filled. Target filled.
I think day 3 might be a loser.
Stop filled. Or target filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Target filled. Order target filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Target filled. Order submitted. Target order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled.
There's a lot of choppiness down there. So that day's over. Now it's in day 4. I believe this is a green day.
Target filled. Order submitted. Target filled.
I believe we have 8 trading days in total.
Target filled. Order submitted.
So now we're at 9:30 a.m.
Orders target filled. Order submitted. Stop filled.
So it has a minus 2R. So basically, take profit is 100 ticks away, 150 ticks away, and the stop loss is 300 ticks away.
Order submitted.
Or 250.
Target filled.
It tells you in the top right in that system info box.
Stop filled. Order submitted. Stop filled. Or target. Order stop filled. Order submitted. Target filled. Order canceled.
Okay, now it's in day 5, I believe.
Orders target filled.
December 19th.
Order submitted. Order target filled. Order submitted. Order target. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled.
Okay, so that day's over. It got 69 points out of the 100-point target. It's only at a 61% win rate, as you can see overall, but it will end up at a 67% win rate by the end of this test. I think the next few days are green, and take our P&L back to green. So we're just waiting for the weekend to process at the moment. It pauses on the market replay and until it has to go over all the minutes until the weekend's over, and then it'll start.
Order canceled. Order submitted. Target filled. Target filled. Or target filled. Order canceled. Or target filled.
Like the Sunday
or target filled.
Session.
Target filled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Target filled.
Okay, now we're at negative 800 P&L.
Order submitted.
Target filled. It looks like it finished the day already. I don't believe it hit target, but it was green on the day.
Orders
Now we're
target
on
filled.
December 23rd. We just got this day and one more day. So now at plus 1,000, I think December
Orders target
24th
orders
was
order
just a
submitted.
small loser and got us
Order
to
submitted. Order submitted. Order
800,
cancelled. Target filled.
800
Target filled.
bucks.
Target
Let's see.
filled.
It's still going.
Order submit. Stop
Checking.
filled.
Okay. Yep. And that's it. All right. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, check down below. Hit me a
Target
comment.
filled.
And you can find me on X, GGX
Order
Trades.
target order submitted.
And
Order
yeah, let me know if you have any questions. All right. Thanks for watching.